Look, this is what coronavirus has done to me so far. Like, I've literally been looking for nail shops that are open so I could get my nails done. That way I could film, do a little bit more videos, you know, but there was zero, like nothing was available. So I literally went to Target, you know, went to grab some stuff that I might review on another video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys read on the title, today I'm gonna be doing the most anticipated thing of the millennials, of the coronavirus, of whatever you want to call it, time. I don't even know if that makes sense. So today I'm gonna be doing my eyeliner as promised. I am gonna tell you a little bit about like my backstory and how it is that I got to the eyeliner that I've been using for the past, I want to say 4 years. It was really hard for me to actually find an eyeliner that would suit the way that my eyes are. If you have eyes like me, I tend to have them hooded. It's really hard to find an eyeliner that would, like, you know, not smear, not go on, like not touch my top lid, and then not my top lid, but you know. So it was like really hard for me to find an eyeliner that wouldn't smear onto my top lid. And like if I was wearing for example some eyeshadow, it wouldn't go like to the top or something like that. But I wanted something to be something to like not smear, but I didn't want it to be waterproof because I didn't want to struggle at night, you know, when I would have to take it off. I didn't want to struggle with, like, you know, just rubbing and like eventually causing like extra wrinkles that I don't need on my eye. So I've tried like a lot of eyeliners. I've tried gel liners, which is kind of like the pomade ones. I've tried those. I've tried the marker ones that you literally just open like a marker and then you just outline. I've tried those. I've tried a lot of brands and some really expensive brands, but they just would not work for me just because they would eventually smear. It wouldn't be like a solid line and a solid matte line, you know? So until one day, I mean, I never really gave up on my eyeliner. I always like to try new eyeliners. So that's why I, you know, I kept on buying them. And then until one day I went to my all-time favorite store, NYX, and I had tried like their marker one, but I was already like out of that one. So then I wanted to try something else. So that's where I got the NYX Cosmetics. It's literally a little tube like this. I have two of them just because I have a matte one and then I have a vinyl one. The vinyl one is just like not as glossy, but it's a little bit on the satin side. So sometimes I like to do really matte, sometimes I like to do like half satin, you know. Right now I'm all out of my matte because that's the one that I just use the most. So I have this one, the vinyl one, which is really good too. I recently, like, I really liked how this one comes out. But this is what they look like. They're just two little tubes, and when you open it, let me show you. Oh, I know what happened to the matte one. So the matte one I actually took on vacation with me to Mexico, and you know how like when you take your stuff like up on an airplane, it just like pops and all, and like the makeup just comes out? That's exactly what happened to mine. And if you don't, that hasn't happened to you ever, then that's great, but it happened to me. So that's why I ran out a little bit faster, just because half of it like came out and I only had a little bit left. So I ended up finishing this one. So now I just have the vinyl one. It just looks like this. You could barely read it. Like, it's just so used and abused that like the letter writing is like going away. But this is what it looks like, and then you just open it, and then it's like a little paintbrush, so it's like really thin. Of course you can make it thinner like just by reducing the amount that you have on it. So this one has been my favorite one, and they did my eyebrows. That's literally the first thing that I do when I do my makeup. But if you haven't watched my eyebrow video, I'll leave it in the description so that you guys can go watch it. I give full details of how I do it. So now let's just get started, and let me show you how I get my marvelous eyeliner right into it. Okay, so what I do first is, when you take it out, it comes out with like kind of a lot of product, so I like to just take off some on the edge and just like flatten out the little brush. So personally, I like to start in the inner corner of my eye, just because my eyes are hooded. That's the way that I'm gonna determine how high I can go out, and it's just like easier for me. Of course, like everybody has their own ways, so whatever like works for you best, try it. I mean, you can always try my technique, and if it works for you, then that's like amazing. But just whatever you feel more comfortable with, you know. So I start in here, and I do a very thin line inside, just because I want to measure how much from here to here I can go. So I really do it thinly. Of course, if you've seen like how I do my eyeliner in my pictures on Instagram, you know that my eyeliner tends to be a little bit on the thicker side. Maybe if I do it like from here, because I have my mirror here, but I have another mirror. I don't know, we'll just try right here. So literally, I'm gonna just drag the line, and I just want to make it a little bit thicker right here, like so. And then I literally stop right there. After I stop right there, I'm kind of running out of this too. After I stop right there, I do the outer corner. That way I could just connect both lines. So this is literally what I do. Start in the corner, and I draw a line out, a very thin line. And it just depends like how long I want it. I usually tend to have my eyeliner really long from the outside, just because that creates the illusion of me having a more elongated, just looks like a longer eye, a bigger eye, just because my eyes are like more on the smaller side. So that just gives me the effect that I have a little bit of bigger eyes, you know. So now once I have that, I come to the corner, to the end of my eyeliner, and I literally drag, hold on, I literally like grab it from the end. Well, I don't want to go like, I don't want to grab it from the end. I'll just start like a little bit like low, like before the end. That's where you want to go. So you grab the end, you set your brush on the end, and then you come and drag it, and then just drag it. And then this is the part, so I already dragged it, right? That's the part where now you can connect it to the line that you left alone in the beginning. So let me just get some more product. And now I can open my eye and I can see that I have a little bit more room to go in and make it a bit thicker. So like so. So now I have like the thickness in the like on top of my eye. And now after this is where you can now go in and just fill in. Okay, and then this part, I just grab a little bit more on my brush. And this part is where I go under my eyeliner and just straighten it a little bit more. And that's the time where you're able to thicken like the like your eyeliner and like make it longer. That's where you could do like all that good stuff. And then like any parts where like it's not straight, I like to just go over it and just add more eyeliner on it, and that way it can look like a really straight line, like so. And then like at the end, if you know me, like I really like a really sharp end and a way longer one, so I grab a little bit more and then I just go and drag it out. Drag it out like so. Oh. And that's how I do my eyeliner. So once you have that done, I go in with, if you saw my eyebrow video, you saw this little guy. I use him again. And I just grab a little bit of my concealer product, which is right here. I usually just grab like whatever is like out here, you know, just so that I don't take out the whole thing. Because like when you take out the whole thing and then you push it back in, you're putting air inside it, which is going to cause it to eventually dry out quicker than you would want it to. So I grabbed some like that and I literally just clean it on the bottom, which is going to give you that effect that, you know, your eyeliner is really sharp. So let's go ahead, clean it. And then always pull your product out. Like I said on my last video, you don't wanna, you wanna make it look as natural as possible. And just go with your finger. There she is. There's my baby. And then sometimes like I won't like how straight the line is from the top, so I'll just do the same thing, but just do it on the top of the eyeliner. Like so. And then there she is. And you just honestly don't be afraid to, like, you know, not do it right the first time. The first time that I ever did my eyeliner, it was a complete disaster. Like, honestly, my eyeliner looked so bad that I just never wanted to do eyeliner again. There was literally one day where I did my eyeliner and it was just like so bad that I told myself, you know what, like, I hate this eyeliner. Like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I'm just not gonna do it anymore on myself. Like, it doesn't look good. You know, I hate it. I hate how it comes. And I remember like telling that to my mom, and she always told me, like, you know, just keep practicing. If you don't keep practicing, then you're not gonna get it the way that you want it to. And honestly, that day I was really sad, you know, because I was like, man, I really want to be able to get that like good perfect eyeliner and stuff, but I just can't do it. And I didn't do it. I ended up taking it off that day, and then the next day I was like, you know what, like, let me just keep trying, you know, like, whatever, if it doesn't come out, like, I'll just take it off. So I kept doing that for like 3 years. And honestly, I'm so happy that, you know, my mom always like told me not to give up, just to keep on practicing. And now I can honestly say, or even like how people tell me, like, you're the queen of eyeliner. And honestly, eyeliner is just what makes my eye pop. It makes my eyelashes come out, and, you know, just like being persistent, you know, doing something over and over again is gonna eventually get you to that point where you're like, man, I like it. Like, all this time practicing, like, people will tell you, man, do you do your eyeliner by yourself? You'll be like, yeah, I do it. And little do they know that, you know, you went through a really hard time to get it the way it is, you know. But just keep on practicing. That's the biggest advice I can give any of the girls out there. So let's just go ahead and do the other side, and you guys can watch me do the other side. Here, when I do the other side, I like to look at my other eyeliner just to see like how thick. I just like measure out, like, you know, where it's at, so like they can be like symmetrical. All right, so as you guys saw, I ended up finishing this side, but I didn't like how this one looked a little bit thicker, like on the outer part. So I just went in with my little brush and my concealer, and I just, you know, did a little outlining just so it could be more like sharp at the end. And honestly, this can be like your best investment, this little brush that I mentioned on my other video. I'll try to link the website below so that you guys can purchase it, due to the fact that right now the NYX cosmetics store isn't open, but you can order it online. But this is going to be like your best friend. It has been my best friend for like a couple of years now, and honestly, this is going to be like your eraser like your eraser. So if you like were to make mistakes, if you want something to look sharper, this is definitely gonna come in handy to any of those mini hacks. But yeah, this is the final product of my eyeliner. Of course, nothing new to the people that have been following me already, but I think it came out pretty good, you know, like maybe. Oh, okay, I'm back. Man, if only it were that easy to get your makeup done like that, huh? But it's not. So I went ahead and finished up my makeup. So this is the final look. I actually tried new products on my face today that I will be reviewing on a next video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that any of the tips that I have given you today are helpful for you to achieve that eyeliner that that you are looking for. Thank you so much to everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me comments down below of any particular, anything special that you guys would like to see. But yeah, that is the final look. Ow, I scratched myself. But these nails are popping, huh? Okay, girl. Oh, I gotta burp. Pardon. Ooh, stop face, brother. Hey guys. Oh. Zero. So, ooh. Oh, you thought you were gonna see this too? Nah, sis. For another time.